Welcome back to another rebuild I got for you guys here today. Today I'm going to be attempting to realistically rebuild the Tennessee Titans. I just fantasy style rebuilt them not too long ago. So, you know, I'm familiar with the team. I mean, I'm familiar with them anyway because I know a lot of players on this team. But anyway, let's get right into this one. Here's a look at the Titans offense. It's pretty good. A lot of young players on this offense. Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry, Jack Conklin, Corey Davis, who I'm going to have play the number 1. Taywan Taylor is young. Taylor Lewan is not that old, 26. Yeah, he's a very good left tackle. He's going to be on the team pretty much this entire rebuild. Delaney Walker is a very talented tight end. Jarrell Casey is a great defensive end. Kevin Byard's becoming one of the best free safeties in the NFL. Cornerback core is actually not bad. Malcolm Butler, Logan Ryan, of course, both from the Patriots, you know, pretty recently. Adoree Jackson's a rookie. I hope he can play well for us. I'm going to have him as a kick returner and the punt returner and stuff to try to give him a good chance of making the Pro Bowl. This linebacker core is pretty old. Brian Orakpo, Wesley Woodyard, and Derek Morgan, all pretty old players. I might throw Derek Morgan on the trade block because I have Kevin Dodd right here. He's not bad and he's pretty young. I'm going to do that. I'll keep Brian Orakpo and probably get more value for Derek Morgan anyway, so I'm going to do that, and I'll let you know, what kind of trade I end up accepting. Before I actually sim a week, I'm going to sign some free agents, I think. I just cut my kicker and my punter because they're making a lot of money, and I figured why not cut them and get somebody younger. Like Andrew Franks is a perfectly fine kicker, or Young Hoku. No, I'd probably go with Andrew Franks, I think. I'll do that. I'm going to go with Andrew Franks as my starting kicker now. That's not bad. They're making, or my kicker and punter on the team are making a bit too much, if I'm being honest. I always go with Matt Darr, so I'll go with someone else. Brad Wing, the same exact stats, really. There we go, and I might sign a safety. I don't know who I want. I don't really want Trey Boston. I can go with Tyvon Branch. He's not bad. He's an 89 overall. Or Eric Reed. I feel like Eric Reed normally does not go up that much, though. I'm going to go with Tyvon Branch here. I want to see what he can do. I threw Derek Morgan and Jonathan Cyprian both on the trade block, and I'm getting offers for both of them. So let's see what we got for Derek Morgan here. A third rounder from the Steelers or a second rounder from the Saints. Second rounder from the Rams. There's a third rounder from the Lions. That's next year, so I'm definitely not taking that. Second from the Dolphins. A first rounder from the Cardinals. That is easy. I'm taking that for sure. Don't know why they're offering me a first rounder for next season. Let's see what Jonathan Cyprian is worth, though. He should probably be pretty similar. It's very similar overalls. Okay, so then that's just really easy for me. A second and a seventh from the Saints. It was either that or a third and a seventh from the Cowboys. I would definitely go with the second rounder. At the mid-season mark, we are 2-5, which is actually pretty good because that means we're going to have a pretty good draft pick. The Ravens are 3-5. The Texans are 6-1. The Jaguars are 3-4. And the Colts are 2-6. We're actually not in last in the division right now. 7.8 thousand experience from Marcus Mariota is not that bad. 9,000 from Corey Davis is actually pretty good. I hope he's having a good season. Then on the defense, I don't see that much from really anyone. Adoree Jackson, 6.6 thousand. That's actually pretty good. But Daquan Jones is our top free agent. I will bring him back to the team. He's a pretty good defensive end. Josh Klein and Quentin Spain. I don't know what to do with these guys. I might try to give them a contract because they're actually not that expensive. I mean, I'm just trying to... I guess they're probably not that expensive. I didn't really look at their contract yet. Let's see. 3.75 mil. That's not terrible. I'll bring you back to the team in case I can't. No, I'm actually not going to. I am confident I should be able to draft offensive linemen. I'll bring back Quentin Spain. He's getting a lot of money, though. I'm going to try to bring that down to there if he wants to take that. He is taking that. That's fine. I'll bring him back, and then I don't want anybody else. So we did not make the playoffs. That's okay, though. We went 5-11. At least we came, on the bottom of the division there. I hope that means we have, like, a top 5 pick or something. 1-3 in the preseason. Lost the opening game. Then we actually had a very good win against the Jaguars there. We lost 3 in a row. Then we beat the Colts. Lost 3 in a row again. Destroyed the Steelers. Like, absolutely destroyed them. Lost to the Colts. Beat the Texans. Lost to the Cardinals. Beat the 49ers. And then lost 2 more. So, I mean, like, we put up decent fights against some pretty good teams. Like, the Jaguars won the division, and we kind of had a pretty convincing win over them. Mariota actually played really well. A lot better than I thought he was going to. 4,300 yards pretty much, 34 touchdowns, 14 picks. That is a perfectly fine season from me. Derrick Henry played really well actually too. 1,202 yards, 9 touchdowns, 6 fumbles is quite a bit, but 4.3 yards a carry is nice to see. Dion Lewis, 12 touchdowns, 5.1 yards a carry for a backup. That is ridiculous. 3 fumbles from him. Jeez. Corey Davis did not get over 1,000 yards. I thought that was going to be him for a second, but let me actually start from the top. 79 catches, 776 yards for Rashard Matthews. Not terrible. Delaney Walker, 911 catches. Nope, 911 yards, 7 touchdowns. Pretty good season. Taywan Taylor gets over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Corey Davis almost gets 1,000 yards and also has 9 touchdowns. So a pretty good season from all those guys. Taylor Lewan lit up a crap ton of sacks. Everybody else played pretty well, though. Wesley Woodyard at 145 tackles. That's a lot of tackles for him. Tackles for loss, 10 from Daquan Jones. That's not bad. Sacks, we got 13.5 from Brian Arakpo and 13 from Jarrell Casey. I kind of want to try to retain Brian Arakpo if I can. He plays pretty well. Interceptions, 2 from Tyvon Branch and then 1 from a handful of players. Brian Arakpo, Kevin Dodd, Malcolm Butler, Logan Ryan, Kevin Byard, and LaShawn Sims. Okay. How many deflections did Kevin Byard get? 4. Okay, because I've seen him go down in development for not getting enough deflections. I don't know if 4 is a lot, though, to be honest. I saw 10 up there from someone else. And we have 1 touchdown from Tyvon Branch. That was actually a pretty good season from him. 10th on offense. It's not bad. It's good to be good on offense. Defense is, I don't feel like, easy to upgrade. And 12th on defense. And this team somehow went 5-11. The Saints went 15-1. Okay. Anyway, anybody from the Titans in that? I did not see anyone. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Maybe Mariota actually makes it number 5. Not bad. Hopefully he has some experience. Defensive Player of the Year. Don't expect to see anyone. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got Taywan Taylor in there at number 7. Corey Davis in there at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't even know if I had anybody starting. Actually, Adoree Jackson, but I don't think he did much. Maybe he made the Pro Bowl as a kick returner. That would be pretty awesome. But on the offense, 14,000 experience from Marcus Mariota. 20,000 from Corey Davis is quite a bit. We got 10,000 from Taywan Taylor over there. Not bad. What about Derrick Henry? 9.9 thousand. He's going to retain, or, stay the number 1 running back for us. And then on the defense, I don't see all that much from anybody. Adoree Jackson, 14,000. That should make him a pretty good cornerback. At least probably go up higher than, maybe be like an 85. That's my guess from that. 9.8 thousand from Jarrell Casey. Looks like the second most. I don't see all that much over here, but that's not really that big of a deal. It's alright. The team actually played kind of well, but we went 5-11. We can negotiate with Tyvon Branch here, so I'm going to do that. He's an 86 overall. Still not a bad player. He wants a 3-year deal. Bump that down to 2, and I'll bring this down quite a bit, and then bring him in for that. That's fine by me. Josh Klein's still here. I don't want. Andrew Franks I actually will negotiate with. He's not a bad... Oh, I almost offered him that. He's not a bad kicker at all. Let's offer him that contract. He should take it, because these players take whatever contract you give them. And Brad Wing. I'm actually not going to go after Brad Wing. I'm okay with not signing him back. I can probably sign a better punter in this free agency period. But let's see who is here. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. Honestly, I don't know. I can't really think about the problems on this team right now. Outside linebacker, I guess. Defensive tackle, maybe. Cameron Bright's always the best player. Sharif Floyd would be a pretty cool player to go after. I get him quite a bit, though. I don't really know if I want to go after him here. Maybe I'll try to give him a contract. Matthew Ioannidis, he could play defensive tackle, that's for sure. What do I want to do? I could go after Matt Ioannidis and throw him at defensive tackle instead. That might be cheaper. I don't want to do that with Jonathan Hankins because I literally always do that with Jonathan Hankins. I'm going to do that with Ioannidis. He's 24 years old too, so let's give him a contract, see what he wants. 99 total points. I'm willing to offer that if he wants to, come over for that much money. And then Dorian Johnson's actually here. He would be a good player to get to replace Josh Klein in case I can't draft anyone. So I'll go after Dorian Johnson. I'll give 96 points. I'll give 96 points for that. If he doesn't come over, it's not the biggest deal. And then Nickel Roby-Coleman I usually go after. I don't know if I'm going to here. I don't really want anybody else, I don't think. Actually, a punter. I just thought of that. Let me get Pat O'Donnell. Why not? I'll bring this down a little bit, just under $1 mil. And there we go, 63 points. Maybe he'll come over for that. I'll let you know who I got. So the only news we have right now is that Dorian Johnson rejected our offer. So that means that the other players didn't make a decision yet, obviously. Matthew Ioannidis, we are still the top player on there. Let's go with my negotiations. And we are still the only player, or the only team. I think I might have said player instead of team up here for Ioannidis. But we are the only team going after Pat O'Donnell as well. So I'll keep you updated. So Pat O'Donnell accepted, and Matthew Ioannidis rejected. That's okay, though, because I have a defensive tackle that I really want to draft anyway, so I'm okay with him not accepting our contract. I'm trading my first-round draft pick away with the Jets. I'm giving them my first-round draft pick, I just said that, for their second and third this year and a third next year. I think that's a pretty good trade. I'll take that. I didn't like any of the trade downs I was getting, from the teams that, obviously offering me them there. But with this second-round draft pick, I might try to take a middle linebacker if he's still there. He was supposed to be an early second rounder, and of course he's not there, so maybe I can trade away this one now. I might be able to trade away this pick. I think that's what I'm going to do. Where did that guy go? It might have been that guy that just got drafted, that Knight dude. I'm not entirely sure. Let me actually make sure that all the middle linebackers are gone, because there was a lot of middle linebackers in this draft. This guy's still here. A late second rounder. Instead of trading it away, this pick, I might... Okay, hold on. I'm really indecisive right now, but let me just do something really quickly. Let me see if anybody's offering a late second rounder for this. The 45th pick. Okay, I'm just getting a 7th rounder next year in return. That's not even really worth it. That's just a weird trade up. Okay, that's fine. Right there. The 55th overall pick in the second round. I'm okay with that. A second and a third. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything better. A second and a fifth. The fifth is still next year. I might actually be able to use that fifth next year. That's a third this year still. No, I'm taking this. A second, a third, and a seventh all this year for that second rounder. I'm okay with that. Let me go with this one player now. I really want this defensive tackle. That's the main player on my list. I have the 23rd pick. I might not even be able to get that middle linebacker. It's not the end of the world if I don't get him. But Morris Hampton looks like one of the best defensive tackles in this draft. Let's go with him. 81 overall, quick development. This guy is an absolute stud. 91 strength, 80 tackling, 84 block shed, 82 power move, 81 acceleration. He's a nose tackle. He fits this scheme perfectly. I can trade away this pick right now as well and try to get some stuff for next year. That's the plan here. Maybe, okay, I was going to say maybe get a first rounder for next year, but that was pushing it a little bit. Kind of want all stuff for next year. I think I have enough draft picks left to select all the players, you know, that I have in my watch board still. It's still a second rounder this year. I'm not going to take that. I'm just going to take the second rounder with the Bears next year and a fourth this year still. Just make sure I get everybody. I have a lot of draft picks now, but I think I should be able to get all the players that I have scouted. The next player I'm getting has a ridiculous combine. You may have already seen this guy. Darby Weeks has an 8.0 combine. He ran a 4.32 as a strong safety. That is insane. This guy is just an absolute athletic freak. B- hit power, C+ zone coverage, C+ pursuit. I think this guy can be pretty good. 80 overall with quick development. This guy has 94 speed, 78 zone coverage, 92 acceleration, 80 hit power. This guy is an absolute god. This is kind of a weird pick, but this guy looks really good and he's here, and I don't really feel like trading this pick away. These are the rest of the players I'm going to be drafting. And I have two quarterbacks here that actually both look pretty good. I'm going to take Wes Buck right here. 76 with slow. Okay, he has slow development, but he's super talented. 87 speed, 92 throw power. He's not bad at all. Mariota's still probably going to be the starter for the rest of this rebuild here, but I just felt like taking that quarterback. I'm going to be drafting another quarterback at some point in this draft as well. But this pick is going to a left guard. I know I'm drafting these guys super early, but I should be able to get all these guys pretty well. I don't really care. I have a lot of draft picks next year as well, so I don't care that I'm drafting these guys much earlier than they're supposed to go. Long Banks, a very good looking left guard. 74 overall, superstar development. That is always amazing to see. He'll probably start unless... Actually, I think I have another guard scouted. So if this guy, if the other guard I draft at some point is better and also has superstar, I'll start the other guard. But Garrett Cornick is the next guy on my list here. I'm going to be drafting him. 78 overall, quick development. This draft has been pretty insane so far. The late round talent in this draft was just remarkable. The defensive tackle we drafted was amazing. That safety we drafted is one of the best looking safeties I've ever seen. Another quarterback here with a fantastic combine grade. This dude looks really good. Let's go with him. 78 overall, quick development. This guy is such a talented player, but he's not going to start. I'm going to have him as my backup quarterback. Maybe if Mariota struggles, then, I have a replacement for him. I don't know, but I doubt Mariota is going to struggle to the point where I'm going to want to start that guy. I'm just going to keep rolling here. Sanchez Sensabaugh does not look fantastic, but maybe he's a decent pass rusher. He has pretty good stats, and he has decent agility, decent acceleration. He's pretty slow, and he's kind of strong. Let's see what he's all about, though. 71 overall, normal development. Didn't think that guy was going to be that great. I really wanted one of those outside linebackers in the earlier rounds, actually in the early first round. I really wanted one of those guys. Not the biggest deal that we weren't able to get him, though. But with this pick, I'm going to draft my final player, Rashad Little. If this guy has superstar development and is a higher overall than the other guard we drafted, then Little is going to start. If not, then I'll probably start the other guy. 76 overall, normal development. Great player, but he's not going to start. I've never seen a fullback with over a 7 combine before, so I'm going to draft this guy. 74 overall, normal development. This guy's like a pretty good fullback. I'm just going to trade away this pick I have right now. I'll probably get like a 4th round pick for it or a 5th rounder. Actually, there's a 4th rounder right there from the Bengals or the Broncos or the Seahawks or the Raiders. Anyone that's like really bad offering a 4th rounder? No, but the Broncos or the Bengals. I'll take it with the Bengals. Okay, so this guy's in free agency. DeAndre Gilmore? Oh my goodness, this guy is insane. 96 speed, 85 route running, 87 catching. He's an 81 overall. Okay, yeah, signing that guy. That was very easy. He was the top free agent. That is insane. This guy's here. He's probably quick. He's kind of fast. Wow, I've never seen that good of a wide receiver in free agency before. CJ Gibson, pretty decent looking tight end. He's a good blocking tight end. But I honestly came in here to see if I can find a middle linebacker. I don't think there's going to be anyone. Yeah, okay. There's nobody here. Maybe I'll try to trade for one real fast. I am giving the Steelers Tyvon Branch and Will Compton for Mike Hilton, who was on the trade block, and he's a very young, pretty talented cornerback. I don't think this trade would really ever happen in the actual NFL. I don't think the Patriots would take Logan Ryan back, but I'm giving the Patriots Logan Ryan and Rashard Matthews for a Landon Roberts. This is the look of the team for the second season here. I think this team can make it to the playoffs. I really do. This team's actually really talented. I think we upgraded in the spots that we really needed to. Marcus Mariota is still the quarterback. If this were a fantasy-style rebuild, I would probably start this guy. This guy's 6'3" and has 87 speed. This guy's a freak. I would probably start that guy, but I can't in a realistic rebuild. There's no way. Mariota's going to be the starter for the Titans, I'm sure, for at least a few more years. Derrick Henry is going to be the starting running back. Deion Lewis played super well. I feel like he would do really well as the starting running back for us. He's only an 83 because the scheme of the running back is power back, and he's definitely not a power back. But he'd probably do better. I don't know if he'd do better than Derrick Henry in simulation. I don't know. Derrick Henry plays pretty well. But Corey Davis and Taywan Taylor are still here. But then we got this guy who I somehow found in free agency, DeAndre Gilmore. He's going to play the slot for me for sure. The offensive line looks pretty good. The tackles are fantastic. Quentin Spain's not bad. Cornick is a 78 overall center we drafted. It's quick development on this guy. And then Banks, I'm starting him instead of Little because Banks is superstar. Delaney Walker's here at tight end, of course. And then on the defense, we got this new strong safety. No more Tyvon Branch, but it's all right. I think this guy can develop like crazy. I've never really seen a safety with 94 speed. That is ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. Kevin Byard is our free safety. Adoree Jackson and Mike Hilton are going to be our starting two corners. I moved Malcolm Butler to the nickel. Honestly, might trade him next season or something. Landon Roberts is going to be my starting middle linebacker because he's 25 years old. I think he has the most potential. Obviously, he has way more potential than Wesley Woodyard. Nothing against Wesley Woodyard. He was a great middle linebacker, but he's just getting kind of old now. And I want a Landon Roberts to maybe develop a little more. Brian Orakpo's still here. Kevin Dodd's still here. And the D-line looks pretty good. This guy's an 81 overall. I'm really happy that we drafted this guy. He looks like a beast. So I'll see you at the midseason. At the midseason mark here, we are 4-4, and the Redskins are 6-1. That's a bit surprising. We are in second in the division, which means we can definitely still make a playoff spot. We just had a pretty big win over the Texans. I mean, they're 1-6. The Colts are 2-5, and the Jaguars are 5-2. So maybe if we can take down the Jaguars after the bye week there, and then I don't know if we played them already. We probably did. I'm sure chances are we already played them. But if we can beat them, at week 11, and maybe if we already beat them, we'd have a pretty good shot at making the #1 seed or something. I don't know. But 9.4 thousand for Marcus Mariota is quite a bit. 8,000 for Corey Davis is pretty good over there. I was kind of expecting this guy to have a little bit more experience, but 3,500 is not bad for a guard, I guess. And then on the defense, 7.1 thousand up there, 7.3 thousand down there. Any other rookies that I can see? I don't see anybody else. That's okay, though. We have a lot of experience. Actually, not really. I don't know why I said that. We only really have a lot for Marcus Mariota and Corey Davis, and, that defensive tackle and the safety, I guess. But Delaney Walker is here to bring back. I'm probably going to negotiate with him. Probably just wants he wants a 3-year deal. Why? I'll give him a 4-year deal. That's how much I like Delaney Walker, even though he's probably going to retire like next year. I'm definitely, I want to re-sign him as many times as I can, until he retires because he's a great player. Taylor Lewan definitely want back. He's a great left tackle. Marcus Mariota, how much do you want? Not that much compared to like what quarterbacks normally do. Normally do one 8.7, million cap hit isn't that bad. Brian Orakpo, if you only want a 1-year deal, I'll bring you back. I will bring you back on a 1-year deal. I don't really care. You're not bad. I don't like anything about this offer. Gotta love it. Mike Hilton, I just traded for him, so I want to bring him back for sure. He is coming back to the team. Good to see. Xavier Su'a-Filo, I don't care about really. Nobody else than I care about. Brian Orakpo, I do want to try to bring back. I will bump it to 2 if he really wants a 2-year deal. But I'll see you probably with that negotiation. So here we are trying to bring back Brian Orakpo again. He had a 2-year contract. I'll bump it up to 3. He'll probably take this. Okay, he is coming back to the team. That's fine by me. On a 3-year deal. A little bit more than what I wanted, but it's okay. So we did not make the playoffs once again. I expected to at the beginning of the year, but after midseason, I really didn't expect to. We went 5-10-1. That's okay, though, because we were going to have a horrible draft pick, and that means we only won 1 game after the midseason mark. We went 4-0 in the preseason. Won the opening 3 games. Like, we had such a good start. Then we lost a whole bunch. Beat the Texans. Lost there. Tied there. Lost to the Ravens. Won, and then lost out. Okay, so we put up a lot of points, though. I saw a bunch of decent scores there. Todd Gurley wins MVP. Okay, Marcus Mariota. Again, did not really play that badly. 19 picks is quite a bit, but 4,233 yards, 28 touchdowns isn't terrible. Derrick Henry did not do badly, played a little worse than last season. 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 fumbles is quite a bit. Deion Lewis had 4 yards a carry, though, and 10 touchdowns. Like, he is a pretty good running back. DeAndre Gilmore got over 1,200 yards with 7 touchdowns. That's not bad. Corey Davis almost got 1,000 yards with 5 touchdowns. Delaney Walker had 4 touchdowns. Blocking, Taylor Lewan led up 22 sacks. Elandon Roberts had 147 tackles, though. That's actually pretty cool. That's a lot of tackles. Tackles for loss, we got 15 from Daquan Jones, 12 from Morris Hampton, and 11 from Jarrell Casey. Jarrell Casey had 14 sacks, 7 from Brian Rakpo, still not that bad. Interceptions, 2 from Mike Hilton, 1 from Malcolm Butler, Kevin Byard, Darby Weeks, and Adoree Jackson. Alright, so let's check out touchdowns. Did we get any? We did not get any touchdowns. Okay, so offense was 14th. Defense was probably like upper 20s, is my guess. Man, horrible. Okay. The Rams tied twice, and the Redskins went 15-1. Very strange. Anyway, anybody from the Titans in that? I did not see anyone. Maybe Mariota made it. Okay, I didn't really think he would. Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe? Okay. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Probably our wide receiver. Really? Our wide receiver didn't make it. That's very surprising. Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got Darby Weeks in there. I'm really surprised our wide receiver did not make it. He had 1,200 yards. That guy was a rookie, right? Like, he was definitely a generated player. I'm really surprised. Doesn't really matter, though. On the offense, 14,000 from Mariota, 9,000 from Derrick Henry. How did this guy not do better? He didn't even make a Pro Bowl. He had 1,200 yards. I'm surprised by that, really. 16,000 from Corey Davis is quite a bit. And then on the defense, that went all the way down to my practice squad. Go back up, please. 14,000 from this strong safety is not bad. 13K from the defensive tackle. Okay, so this team should develop decently well. I think this team can make the playoffs next year. Here we are in free agency. I definitely have to bring this guy back. I kind of forgot that I had somebody to bring back here. But this guy for sure is going back on the team. I'm just going to give him a 5-year deal. Whatever he wants like that, that's fine. And I don't want anybody else there. So let's see who is here to bring back, though. I could definitely use a cornerback. I can definitely use some outside linebackers. Outside linebackers are like the weakest part of this team for sure. So hopefully somebody great is here. And Brandon Graham is here. There's no way I'll be able to get that done. I would love to get Brandon Graham. Frank Clark would be decent because I can probably put him up to outside linebacker. Actually, maybe not. He probably wouldn't play that well there. I would love to get Brandon Graham. I feel like he can even play in a 3-4. Doesn't make much sense to go after him. How many points is this? That's 91. 121. I can't spend that much on him. I would definitely go after him. I really want to go after him, but I'm not going to be able to do it. Any decent outside linebackers? No, there are not. Man, I really need an outside linebacker. Marcus Golden is here, but he's 28 years old. I feel like it's not even really worth it to go after him. I'd rather just try to trade for someone next year or something. So I don't think I'm going to go after anybody. Let me just make sure, though. Maybe there's some other random players that I could go after here, like a corner or something. No, I don't see any good cornerbacks. Darquez Denard isn't bad. I don't really need him. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, there's not many great players here. So I'll see you in the draft. I'm trading up in this draft here with the Dolphins. I'm moving up 2 spots. Well, I mean, I have the 6th pick too, but I'm giving them my 7th pick. So I'm moving up 2 spots, and I'm giving them a 2nd rounder as well. And with this pick, the reason why I traded up with them, I guess, is because I really want this one middle linebacker, and they were definitely the only team that picked before me that would take a middle linebacker. The Jets have good middle linebackers, as do the Ravens, Panthers, and Giants. Actually, yeah, the Giants actually have decent middle linebackers right now. So none of these teams should take a middle linebacker. Did they actually take the middle linebacker that I wanted? Why did the Ravens take him? The Ravens don't need a middle linebacker. That is so frustrating. That is so frustrating. That guy had superstar development too, but whatever. I'll go with Cameron Sanford here. 78 overall with quick. Okay, this guy's fine. He's very good. We reached according to his rank, but I'm okay with that. And I also have the next pick. With this pick, I'm going to be drafting a corner who's supposed to be a late 1st rounder. I just want to get him because I know this guy's going to be pretty good. Right here, Devin Cartwright. Very, very good top 3 skills. And a good combine. 4.4 speed is phenomenal. 78 overall, normal development. Did that say 4.4 speed? It looked faster to me. Whatever. I thought it was faster than this, but it's fine. 91 speed's not bad. 82 man, 85 zone, 86 press. Pretty good looking player. We reached on both these guys, but I just really wanted to make sure I get him after seeing how the Ravens, for some reason, drafted a middle linebacker, even though they have CJ Mosley and someone else who's actually pretty good. In the 2nd round, though, I might take one of those other middle linebackers that was there. I think I had one more middle linebacker scouted. I do. Mac Hudson. I'll take this guy. What are you all about? 80 overall with normal development. Okay, so now we have some good linebackers. That's pretty cool. A Landon Roberts might not start anymore. A Davian Colbert is the next player on my list. This is a weird name, but it looks pretty good. Let's go with him. You know, anything. 73 overall, normal development. Really not great. I'm just going to take the last player I have scouted here. This is, you know, certainly going to be a reach, but I don't really care. I'm just going to go with him. 70 overall, normal development. Definitely a reach. I just wanted to make sure I got this guy. Now I'm just going to sim through the rest of the draft because I really don't have anybody else scouted, and I'm only in the 3rd round. I kind of don't like when this happens, but it happens a lot. So I'm going to go to the end of the draft, and I'll let you know if the team drafted me anyone awesome. This guy's actually really good. The computer drafted me Ramorius Simpson. He has slow development, but he has actually really good stats. They also drafted me this center, who doesn't have a picture for some reason. Evan Carmen. I mean, he looks pretty good. He probably won't start, though. And then the rest of the draft doesn't look anything, you know, spectacular. Doesn't look like anything spectacular. But let's check out the Ravens. I want to see what that guy was all about. He is an 81 overall superstar development. This guy is very good. I wish I had gotten him. Matthew Stafford is on the trade block. This just looks so weird. I don't know why. I guess the Lions drafted a quarterback. That's just kind of funny. I'm giving the Steelers Wesley Woodyard, Malcolm Butler, and a Landon Roberts for Keon Adams, who, I mean, I looked at his stats, and he's not the best pass rusher, but he's still pretty young, so I might give him a shot over Kevin Dodd. I want Brian Arakpo to still start because Brian Arakpo had some pretty good seasons. So, Keon Adams is going to play left outside linebacker for me. And I want to make sure he starts over Kevin Dodd. And this team's pretty much done for the 2nd season. There really wasn't anybody better than him on the trade block. That is a pass rusher. And I got rid of all the players I didn't want anymore. Because Cartwright is going to play probably number 2 corner. I want Mike Hilton to be the nickel because he's like 5'9", kind of, you know, feels like a nickel sort of dude to me. But this is what the defense looks like. I might just have to go through and switch these schemes up. I will do that for sure before I simulate. The team's actually looking pretty decent. I really do think this team can make the playoffs. But the Jaguars are a very good team. They're in the division. The Texans normally are pretty good. They actually weren't that great last year. They're normally pretty good, though, and they're hard to beat in simulation, so it's hard to get by them. And then the Colts are always pretty bad. But this division's somewhat tough. Like, the Jaguars are normally the reason why the division's tough. But this defense is pretty decent. I think they might be able to get the job done. Jarrell Casey's been playing really well for us. This defensive tackle played well. Brian Arakpo has been playing pretty well for us as well. Hopefully one of these linebackers can win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I have this guy at the number 1 linebacker position because I want him to win it more because he has quick development. I feel like he'll get more XP out of it. And then on the offense, Mariota's an 85, Derrick Henry's an 90. This guy went up to an 82, our backup quarterback. If this guy ever gets to be a higher overall than Mariota, I'm starting this guy. That's just what's going to happen. But the wide receivers, Corey Davis is here, Taywan Taylor, and this Gilmore guy are all still here. Nothing changed. The offensive line is the same from last season. Delaney Walker is still the tight end. So this team is pretty good. I'm actually just going to cut Ben Jones because I don't really want him anymore. And we will save some money. So I'm going to cut Ben Jones because the computer drafted me that one center. So I might as well have that guy as a backup. I don't know why I went to the defense. Okay, well, I'll make sure everything's all good to go. All right, there we go. All right, we're good now. They drafted me this guy. But yeah, this team should be good enough to make the playoffs. I'll see you at the midseason mark, though. 5-2 at the midseason mark. Not bad at all. Having a pretty decent season. The Texans are 0-7. Obviously, they're having a horrible season. The Jaguars are 6-1. The Colts are 4-3. So I hope we are in line to make at least a wild card spot. Start out on the defense here. 9.7 thousand from this middle linebacker is not a bad amount of experience at all. I might spend that on him just to, you know, get the best chance of making the playoffs. 11,000 though from Marcus Mariota. That's a lot. He's the most out of anybody on the team. I'm going to spend this on Sanford here just to see if I can get him to be actually a very good player. I'm just going to get it all in awareness and play recognition. About the 75, I can do that. There we go. 82 overall middle linebacker. Not bad at all. Hopefully he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. These guys should both get a decent amount of experience, so I'm sure we're going to have some pretty good middle linebackers now. Is Adoree Jackson our kick returner? I want to make sure he is. He is not our kick returner. This guy is. Okay, that's actually fine. I'm okay with that guy being our kick returner. He's a 94 at kick returner. That's amazing. But Kevin Byard, I want to bring back to the team. Do you still have normal development? You do. Yes, you do still have normal development. Derrick Henry's here. Jack Conklin's here. Deion Lewis I really like, but I think I'm going to let go. Kevin Dodd I'm going to let go because I don't need him anymore. But Kevin Byard, I want you on the team for sure. You're a very, very good free safety. Stay on the team until you're 33 years old. Derrick Henry, a very, very good running back. I keep saying very. Need some new adjectives. Is that even an adjective? I don't know. But definitely need some new words to use. I use very too much. Jack Conklin. I'll just start using really, you know. Jack Conklin, I want him back on the team. He's a great offensive lineman. Deion Lewis. I wish I had Deion Jones. Deion Lewis, I don't want. Kevin Dodd, I don't want. Austin Johnson's okay. I don't need him. Tajay Sharp, I don't really want. Andrew Franks, I'll bring back. if I can. Okay, I'll bring him back. Probably when we get to the free agency period later, I'll bring him back. I don't feel like going to week 10 right now. We made the playoffs going 8-8. Okay, so we actually did not have a great end of the season. The Chargers went 10-5-1. That's what we have to take on. The Jaguars 13-3, Colts 6-10, the Texans 5-11. So let's check out the schedule. 2-2 in the preseason. That's a good indicator of how we actually played. 4-0. We started off the season 4-0, and then we lost to the Jaguars, then we beat the Raiders, lost a lot of games, beat the Chiefs, lost a couple, and then won the last two. At least we won the last two games to get on a little bit of a winning streak. Todd Gurley won MVP again. Mariota, though, 4,624 yards, 36 touchdowns, 14 picks. That is a great season. He's actually having a pretty good rebuild for us here. Rushing, Derrick Henry, 1,240 yards, 11 touchdowns. I don't know how you fumble so much. You have 95 carrying. I don't get how he keeps fumbling so much. Deion Lewis, 7 touchdowns. Mariota only had 2. Corey Davis, 1,317 yards, 12 touchdowns. Gilmore, 1,212 yards with 11 touchdowns. Taywan Taylor only got 4. Delaney Walker got 4. Blocking, how is this? 17 sacks led up from Taylor Lewan. Really not great. Cameron Sanford, okay. 142 tackles. That's a good season. Tackles for loss, 14 from Jarrell Casey. That's pretty good. Sacks, 16.5 from Jarrell Casey. He's a beast in simulation. Keon Adams had 6. Brian Arakpo only had 3. All right. Interceptions, 4 from Kevin Byard, 3 from Cameron Sanford. That's actually pretty cool. Mac Hudson had 2. Devin Cartwright had 2. Mike Hilton had 1. Darby Weeks had 1, as did Adoree Jackson. Any touchdowns? We had a lot of turnovers. We should get a touchdown at least. Kevin Byard got 1. Anybody from the Titans in this? Marcus Mariota makes up number 5. If we can get a playoff win, that would be awesome. Mariota is number 3 for Offensive Player of the Year. Nobody else from our team. Defensive Player of the Year, Cameron Stanford. Nope, Sanford, no T. Cameron Sanford came in 4th. Offensive Rookie of the Year, anybody from our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Cameron Sanford. That's pretty cool. Mac Hudson comes in 2nd. Devin Cartwright comes in 4th. And then DeAndre Holt comes in 10th. I'm not even too sure who that guy is. Maybe we drafted him. I really don't know. But here we go. On the offense, 17,000 experience from Marcus Mariota. 57,000 from Corey Davis. Pro Bowl appearance. And he actually won Wide Receiver of the Year. 7,000 from this guy. This guy had like a little bit less, of a season, and he got so much less experience. That is insane. Nobody else in the offense has that much. And on the defense, 34,000 here, 14,000 here, 14,000 there, 10,000 from this corner. Okay, so not bad. We can upgrade our team pretty well. So before I get into this upgraded team, I want to mention the word. So for some reason, somebody commented that I, suggested that I make the word onomatopoeia. So, you can comment that if you'd like. I will love all the comments. I'll appreciate everybody who comments that. But yeah, you can look up how to spell it if you'd like to, or you can just spell it however you think it's spelled. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't care. But here is a look at the team. Also, thank you very much if you've made it this far into the video. But here's a look at the team. Corey Davis is a 93 overall. Marcus Mariota went up to an 89. This offensive line's looking pretty good, and there's a dog outside barking. I apologize if you can hear that. This guy went up to a 90 overall. He's a very good player. I spent my experience on this guy trying to kind of make him into a pass rusher, so I gave him 85 block shedding and 82 power move, because if I can't find a good block shed, can't find a good pass rusher in free agency this season, I'm going to slide Hudson to Brian Arakpo's spot, I think. That's probably what's going to happen. Jarrell Casey, though, was a 91 overall, still didn't really change. Adoree Jackson's an 87. This guy's an 85 over here. Cartwright's an 81. A bunch of players didn't really change much, but is okay. Let's see if we can take down the Chargers. I really doubt we'll be able to take down the Chargers. Let's see, what are we at right now? Okay, we lost. So we kind of got decimated here by the Chargers, 38-10. Mariota, 3 interceptions, 162 yards. Phillip Rivers had 2 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon had a touchdown. Austin Eckler had 2. Derrick Henry actually somehow got 1. Corey Davis actually had a really good game. Keenan Allen and Tyrell Williams each got a touchdown. Let me see who got the picks for the Chargers. 2 from Casey Hayward and 1 from Jaleel Adai. All right, yeah, we deserve to lose that game for sure. We are pretty much in free agency now, but I have to bring back Andrew Franks still. Definitely want to do that. He's a great kicker. Give you a 5-year contract. Do you want that? He is coming back to the team for that. I'll take it. But let's see who is in free agency here. Usually this free agency stage is rather juiced, and I'm sorry for those dogs barking outside. I'm almost confident you can hear them. There's nothing I can really do about it, though. My neighbor kind of just lets the dogs out for a pretty long time. But Austin Hooper is the best player here. Actually, not that many good players. I really thought there would be better players than this. Corey Coleman would be pretty cool. I could use another wide receiver. I could probably throw him at number 2 instead of Taywan Taylor. Well, Collins isn't bad. I almost said Commons. What? I'm going to go after Corey Coleman and try to put him at number 2 and see what happens. 96 total points. That's more than what's getting offered there. Let me look at some outside linebackers, though, just in case there's any, like, decent pass rushers here. Pernell McPhee's a good pass rusher. I would love to get Devondre Campbell, but, like, I kind of just don't need him. But if I actually want to get... Hold on a second. If I want to move my middle linebacker to outside linebacker, then I need to get somebody to replace him at middle. Miles Jack would be a pretty good middle linebacker. The more I think about it here. 87 speed, 86 tackling. He'd actually be a pretty good middle linebacker. I might try to go for that. How many points is this? 92? 94 is what you want? I'm going to go after him and maybe throw him to middle linebacker, or I could just draft one. I'll give you 96 points. If you accept the offer, then that's awesome. Then I'll throw it at middle linebacker. But if not, then I'm not really going to worry about it too much. Jalen Mills is not a bad corner, but I really don't need him. Don't need Devin McCourty. Don't need DJ Swanger. Okay, I don't really think I need anybody else here. There's some good players, like this random 88 overall fullback, but I don't really need him. Paul Richardson would be pretty cool to go after. Should I go after Paul Richardson or Corey Coleman? I don't know which one to go after. I'm probably get Paul Richardson for cheaper. 94 speed, 88 catching. What do you got? 93 speed, 83 catching. I'll give him a little bit. That's actually a lot more than a little bit. I'm going to go after Paul Richardson in case Corey Coleman doesn't accept. And if they both accept, then I'll probably just, not start one of them and have a whole bunch of wide receivers. I just think that's the smartest thing to do. Let's see who we ended up getting. Okay, that's actually pretty good that I went after Paul Richardson because Corey Coleman rejected, but we also got Miles Jack. So Miles Jack is going to be, I think, a middle linebacker for me. And it's awesome that we did that because, I almost said Delaney Walker. Delaney Walker might have retired. That's what I was about to say, but Brian Arakpo retired. So let me throw Mac Hudson to right outside linebacker, where he should probably be at least, what he was at middle linebacker. He's an 85 overall. That was good. That was a good idea for me to kind of make him into a pass rusher. He looks pretty good now. And then Miles Jack is going to be our other middle linebacker. I think he can actually play pretty well there. Let's do that. Rather than just drafting one and praying that he plays well, right, or praying that I'm able to get one, might as well just get a for sure middle linebacker here. And now we have very good looking linebackers. I like to see it. I'm trading up with the Giants here. I'm giving them my 21st overall pick and Wes Buck, who is one of the quarterbacks we drafted, for the 4th overall pick. And with this pick, I'm probably going to take the only player I'm going to take in this draft. Hopefully one of them will still be there. One of them got drafted, Delmas did, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. I just want one of these outside linebackers, and I think I'm going to go after that right outside linebacker. I think he looks better than that guy. B+ tackle, B+ hit power, B+ block shed. Daniel Boyle is on the team. 82 with superstar. Wow, that guy is a talented player. He's not the best pass rusher in the world, but it's okay. He doesn't have good zone coverage either. I'm fine with him being a 3-4 pass rusher on this team. He doesn't have great power move or finesse move, but that's fine. 82 overall superstar development. He's a beast. I only took that one player, that I showed. I didn't draft anybody else because there was really only one position that I could see myself drafting a player who would start, and that was my one outside linebacker. I just consider that one position. So I'm going to go over the draft recap. I literally just drafted this guy, and then I simmed the entire draft. So this guy doesn't look bad. Kamal Robinson. He's actually really, really slow. He's a 73 overall, though. 78 overall fullback. Deron Patrick. What a guy. Now we have 2 fullbacks. Okay, the computer did that. Darian Acho doesn't look very good. Okay, but anyway, this is the only dude that really matters. Daniel Boyle, 82 overall superstar dev. Let me check out who the Cardinals got. I think they had the first pick, didn't they? Was it the Cardinals or is it the Buccaneers? Who took him? Hold on. Cardinals? You drafted Avery Delmas. Okay, this guy's a lot better. I would have really liked to have this guy, but our dude is superstar, so that's kind of cool. But that guy is definitely a better player. It's no big deal, though, I guess. This is the team for the final season. This team should make the playoffs. I've been saying this the past 3 years, I think. But this team, if last year's team made the playoffs, this team should definitely do so. I think we only got better. We got Paul Richardson, who I'd argue is a better receiver than Taywan Taylor. I'm pretty sure most people would argue that. 86 overall, he's a pretty good player. He doesn't play all that much, at the number 2, like the system I have going on. But Gilmore's an 84. Corey Davis is a 92. I think the team's going to play perfectly well on offense. The offensive line's good. Delaney Walker's still there, all that good stuff. Then on the defense, we got Miles Jack, who's a great middle linebacker. Super good coverage middle linebacker, 84 zone, 99 awareness on this player too. Obviously, he's not, normally a middle linebacker. He's an outside linebacker, but it's fine. He can definitely play middle for me. The cornerbacks are probably like the worst part of this team, but they're still not that bad. Adoree Jackson, Mike Hilton, and Cartwright still pretty talented. This Hampton guy developed pretty decently. He's an 85. Drell Casey's still a 90. Daquan Jones hasn't done much, but he's an 84. He's not bad. Stanford's an 89 now. Hudson's an 85 over here. Boyle, the newest player, is an 82. Kevin Byard, Weeks is still here. This team looks good. This team should be able to make the playoffs. Let's see if we do. We got our first round bye. That is exactly what I wanted to see. 11-5. The Texans went 11-5, and the Jaguars went 10-6. This is a very tight division. And then the Colts went 3-13. Kind of tragic. But let's check out the team schedule here. How did we do? 3-1 in the preseason. Won the opening 8 games. That's a great start. Then we lost 2, won 3 more, and then lost the last 3. That's a bit concerning, honestly. Pretty good season, though. 11-5. Todd Gurley wins MVP again. 3 years in a row, Todd Gurley has won MVP. But Marcus Mariota was not far off, I'm sure. 4,859 yards, 40 touchdowns. 19 picks is a bit much, but a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. It's a pretty good season there. Derrick Henry, 1,334 yards, 19 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. Fantastic season. Mariota had 3 touchdowns. He was actually our second leading rusher. Jeremy Hill had 5 touchdowns. Did not fumble once, though, which is cool. DeAndre Gilmore, 1,336 yards, 6 touchdowns. Corey Davis, 1,328 yards, 7 touchdowns. Paul Richardson seemed to be a pretty good acquisition. He got 10 touchdowns. Delaney Walker got 8. Blocking. Taylor Lewan, cut down on some sacks. Not bad. Then on the defense, 130 tackles from Cameron Sanford, 109 from Adoree Jackson, and 107 from Darby Weeks. We got 12 tackles for loss from Jarrell Casey, who had 14 sacks. He's like the only player on our team getting sacks. 5 from Mac Hudson, 4.5 from Daniel Boyle. Not great, but we got 6 picks from Mike Hilton. That's a lot. 5 from Darby Weeks, 4 from Adoree Jackson, 3 from Miles Jack, Cameron Sanford, Kevin Byard, and Devin Cartwright, and then 1 from Mac Hudson. So a lot of turnovers. This defense got a lot of turnovers. That's cool to see. We were 4th in the NFL in offense, probably top 10 on defense as well. That's what, if I had to guess. 23rd. Okay, never mind. But we were 23rd on defense. Todd Gurley of the 15-1 Rams. The past 2 years, the Rams have won 31-1. That is ridiculous. Mariota comes in 2nd, though. Derrick Henry might be on this list. He's actually not. Who's this guy? Trevor Brewster. What a name. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. I'm sure, okay, Mariota won it. I didn't expect that, but I was going to say, I'm sure Derrick Henry's on it, and there he is right there, number 5. Hold on. Was that Nick Foles? No, Josh Dobbs. Why did I think that was Nick Foles? I just went by it really quickly, and for some reason that's what I thought. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Blair Brown. I don't even know what that is. But we got Cameron Sanford in there at number 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Stewart Orr wins that. Nobody from the Dolphins. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Maybe our guy's in this somewhere. Did I say the Dolphins? Why did I say the Dolphins? Daniel Boyle comes in 2nd. I was looking at the Dolphins for some reason. That was strange. Nobody from the Titans in this list. But our guy comes in 2nd there. Anybody else from the Titans, don't see anyone. Best quarterback goes to Marcus Mariota. It's always nice to see. Best running back, Derrick Henry comes in 2nd. But Leonard Fournette, I mean, he's ridiculous in simulation. Best wide receiver, Jordan Matthews wins best wide receiver. That is insane. Corey Davis is in there. Our other guy should be in there too. There he is at number 7. Best offensive lineman, we got Jack Conklin. All right, that's always cool to see. Best defensive lineman, I'm sure Jarrell Casey's in there. There he is, number 7. Best linebacker, Tahir Whitehead actually wins that. He's still an 86 overall. Wow, I didn't expect him to still be that high of an overall. Anybody from the Titans, don't see anyone. Best defensive back, we got Darby Weeks and Mike Hilton. I actually didn't even see Mike Hilton. And Adoree Jackson. We had 3 players in that. Logan Ryan was in there too. Wow, okay. Best kicker goes to Harrison Butker. All right, anybody from the Titans. Andrew Franks is in there. Not bad at all. So, check out the experience. I'm sure we have a lot. 22,000 from Marcus Mariota, 37,000 from Gilmore, 30,000 from Corey Davis, 20,000 from Jack Conklin, 10,000 from a couple other guys there, and then on the defense, 22K, 36K, 41K over there from Adoree Jackson, 14,000. We have a lot of interceptions. That's almost what I said. A lot of experience to spend, so let me do that quick. After spending all that experience, Marcus Mariota is up to a 92. Derrick Henry's a 94, of course, both with confidence. This guy's a 91 with confidence. Jack Conklin a 94. The defense, 85 for this guy, 87 over there for Hudson, 90 overall for Weeks, 85 for Hilton, 90 from Adoree Jackson. A bunch of nice overalls over here. So let's check out who we have to take on. The 11-5 Chiefs. The Chiefs are weird to try to play against because they always beat me, but whenever I use them, I can never beat anyone. So let's see what happens. See if we can take on the Chiefs, or will we lose another playoff game? We actually won. That's pretty cool. The Steelers are impossible to take down. We're going to lose for sure against the Steelers. It is so difficult to beat them in the playoffs, and we lose to them. So let's see what the score was, I guess. Postseason, 35-27 against the Chiefs. Pretty confident game there, not bad. Mariota, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. Patrick Mahomes actually played pretty well, too. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Derrick Henry had a touchdown. Kareem Hunt didn't play too well. He didn't really get many chances to, though, to be fair. Sammy Watkins had a touchdown. DeAndre Gilmore had 2. Travis Kelce had 1. Not bad, not bad. But then we got destroyed by the Steelers, 49-10. What happened? 4 touchdowns from Josh Dobbs, 0 interceptions. 1 touchdown from Marcus Mariota, 3 interceptions. Okay, 2, pretty polar opposite games. Le'Veon Bell actually played pretty well, but didn't have a touchdown. James Conner had 2. Derrick Henry didn't do much. DeAndre Gilmore had a touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster had 1. Antonio Brown had 2. So, yeah, we kind of just got manhandled by the Steelers. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching my Titans realistic rebuild. Here's one last look at the team. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys soon.